Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I try to keep you guys up to date with everything Pokemon TCG related. And today is Monday, August 26th. So I don't make videos over the weekend. I have a lot to catch you guys up with in terms of news stories and market movers. Let's go ahead and start off with some market movers and then stay tuned to the very end though, because PSA is making some interesting news that I want you guys to know about. So for market movers, I'm going to take a look at the last 2 weeks. I usually take a look at 24-hour period. Even last Monday, I did 1 week period, but now I'm going to do the last 2 weeks just so that we can get a better visual of what's moving up and if there are any trends. So the top 3 movers in the last week would have to be this in this order. Coming in at number 3, we have Majestic Dawn Booster Pack. And this was the biggest mover over the weekend as well, changing by $65, increasing by $65. And coming in at number 2, we have another sealed product. We have 151 display case. So a case of the displays. And this one increased by $350. Coming in at number 1, the hottest modern Pokemon sealed product there is, and that is Evolving Skies. This is specifically the booster box case, changing at $474, increasing by $474. Now, you should be taking these with a grain of salt because there's not a lot of sales within the last 3 months of these products. Evolving Skies booster box case had the most at 5 sales in the last 3 months. These are expensive products, like thousands, right? The Evolving Skies like 4,000. The display case from 151 is like around 3,000 or so. So maybe that's why, but I want you guys to take that with a grain of salt. I usually like to see a bunch of volume to be able to make a decision, more than like 10 in the last 3 months. So now I'm going to get into the 4 pieces of news that I want you guys to know about. A bunch of products were previewed, a bunch of cards were like leaked, released of sets that are about to come. Over the weekend, like we had Paradise Dragona cards, Surging Spark, Pokemon Pocket cards. But I want you guys to know that Stellar Crown is about to be released, right? In the next month, like 3 or so, less than 3 weeks from now. On September 13th is the official release date, but the pre-release, the pre-release kits, booster bundle kits, things like that, are going to be released 2 weeks before. So really soon, and we know the 4 pre-release promos, I'm going to be putting them on my screen. So I want you guys to be aware if you're going to be going for this set, it's going to be coming out soon. And the next piece of news is that the 10 trick or trade cards have been announced, have been released. And this year for 2024, they're going to be in the Cosmos holofoil or Galaxy holofoil. So I love that type of holo. I think they're trying to increase this product because it's not very popular. So that's awesome. They're going in the right direction. And now we're getting into some PSA updates for you guys. PSA has released a vending machine and where you can gamble. And guess where they did this? In Vegas, of course, the gambling capital of the world. So how this machine works is that you can put $50 in and you can choose whether you want Pokemon or sports, and for a hope of getting a really crazy slab. They're all PSA 10s. But what I've seen from Pokemon, from the videos that I've seen, is that mainly they're Japanese PSA 10 cards, which is still cool, especially if you collect Japanese cards. But Japanese cards, if you're a collector, right, you would know that the print quality is better. So getting 10s on those is a lot easier. So take that with a grain of salt. But apparently you can get crazy cards, like they have a first edition Charizard PSA 10 apparently. I don't know about that, but they also had, or claiming that you can get a bunch of different other cards as well. So it's something that I want you guys to know about. And then the last piece of news, which I found to be the most interesting, is that have you guys been seeing those videos, commercials, reels, ads, whatever you want to call them, of people cleaning Pokemon cards with different solution? They're usually like putting some sort of cream, and I actually did a video about this when it was first trending on my other channel a while ago, and I was actually really curious. But after reading your guys' feedback on the comments, I decided not to because I didn't want to promote that type of thing. I thought it from the get-go that it was sus sketch that you're putting in this filling, pretty much like filling in cracks. But anyways, PSA has decided to finally address this by changing some of their rules. So pretty much what they're saying is that if they find a card that has been altered or added anything to it, they're going to be considering it as altered. They're going to come back as AA, which means authentic altered. And I'm going to read some of what they have from their official website so that you guys are getting their official news, right? So I'm going to start to quote their website. Under no card or no grade definition from the PSA website states, if your card is returned without a numerical grade in a card saver sleeve, the determination was based on one of the following reasons. So this is the reason why you're to come back without a grade in a card sleeve saver. And they specifically added two sections in here called N5 and then N7. N6 is regarding something a little bit different. But I'm going to read you guys from the N5 section. Again, this is official PSA website. And this pretty much sums up. N7 also has things related to this, but I found this to be the most useful piece of information for what we're talking about here. So I'm going to read this. N5, altered stock. This includes, but not limited to, characteristics on the card that appear to show some form of alteration, such as paper restoration, crease wrinkle pressing, scratch removal, or enhanced gloss. I'm gonna come back to that sentence, but it keeps going on by saying, additionally, when foreign substance is applied to the surface of a card, such as cleaning spray or wax, it can qualify as AA, authentic altered. So the part that I said I was going to come back to and found interesting is that even if you're trying to take out wrinkles and crease by pressing it, now if you have a card that is like kind of like bending, or I guess not bending but curved, that's fine. But if you have an actual bend, that's going to be a really low grade. And I recently saw a video on YouTube of someone was like, hey, I'm going to take this crease off a card. And at the end of the video, they ended up doing really good by taking the crease off, and they were doing a bunch of like techniques to do this. But apparently even that can consider it as altered, and it will get back an authentic altered result. So this is, in my opinion, PSA directly coming out and saying that all of these things shouldn't be done to the cards, or that they're not going to grade the cards. And this is interesting because I've always wondered myself, is this okay with PSA? The companies that use this cleaner, they're like, hey, come send us your card so we can clean them off before grading. And they claim that PSA doesn't give them anything bad about it, right? Any flack, that cards come back perfectly fine. So now we're getting an official response that PSA is like, no, we don't want to do this. And in my opinion, I think this is fair because there's so many cards right now that people have taken whatever grade that it was, right? Now, if you do want to clean a card to get it ready for submission, what you could do is take a microfiber cloth and clean the surface for like dust, prints, things like that, and that'll be completely fine. But you don't want to like start adding chemicals, adding spray or any of that. All right, fam, so that's it for this video. So please press the like button. These videos do take time to bring to you guys. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys for future videos. Later.